Winnebago County Board. Everyone hopefully is checked in. Tonight I will call on Doug Nelson to come forward, lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, and then we're going to do something afterwards. We're going to have the folding of the flag in remembrance for Memorial Day, something that we haven't done for a while, and so his group has been more than happy to go ahead and do it, and so we'll be doing something different.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. May all be seated. I'm long-winded. You'll want to sit. Very happy, Mr. Chairman, to have invited Post 364 to come and do a little presentation in honor of Memorial Day and of all of our veterans. Kind of exciting for us at Winnie County right now. There's a few things I just have to share. First of all, at 4 o'clock tomorrow morning, my brother and myself and my son are headed to Appleton Airport to go on an Old Glory Honor flight to DC. So we're pretty enthused about that. If my seat's vacant about 9 o'clock tonight, you'll know why it is. So Old Glory Honor flights out of Appleton. We are on their 67th mission. They have flown over 6,000 veterans, along with 3,000 guardians that have accompanied them. Because of, my opinion, because of their wonderful record and the job they do, they've been asked to help put together one of the biggest feats, I believe, that Old Glory Honor Flights has been able to put together. And we have one member in our post who is going on that trip. Larry Eckstein is a World War II veteran. He's 99 years old. I'm prejudiced because him and my dad signed up together in May of '43 to go under the buddy system. He is one of 3 in Wisconsin that are flying back to France. There are 61 veterans altogether going. The youngest, I believe, is 97. The oldest is 108. They are going with a full medical staff, and they are accompanied by 2 Rosie Riveters. We'll test how far your memories go back. They also have one Holocaust survivor who was 4 years old when his parents were taken to the gas chamber. And they have 5 Medal of Honor recipients. Obviously, they have a full medical staff that is going with them. Everybody is being accompanied by a guardian. In total, they have 220 people going. I passed out a little sheet on our Memorial Day program in Winnie County. I know that Larry will be there. If you guys have other commitments, I totally understand, but if you're so inclined, you could come and wish Larry well on his trip. I also, to sweeten the pot, if you will, we have a Navy SEAL who spent 21 years in the service. He is going to be our guest speaker at that program. And he spent the 21 years in the service, I believe 4 as an instructor, the other 16, 17 years as a Navy SEAL. I've never heard his story. I hope to hear his story. We're going to get a little preview because he's going to be reading the 13 folds of the flag tonight for us. He'll be accompanied by his constant companion, Javi, which is short for Javelin. I don't know if there's a big story there or not, but looking hopeful to listen to his story. So I think we kind of put together a pretty good Memorial Day program. The flag folding and the flag is a tribute to all the veterans at every military funeral. The blue portion of the flag is up near the head of the casket over the veteran's left shoulder. The flag is folded, presented to the family next of kin with the words, "On behalf of the President of the United States and a grateful nation, please accept this flag as a symbol of our gratitude for your loved ones' faithful and honorable service to the country." Our post probably does 15 to 25 military funerals a year, unfortunately. I started assisting with those when I was 21, so I wish I'd have kept track of all of them. They're all very emotional. That's what we intend to put together here today for you, to give you some idea and to serve as a reminder of all the veterans that we've lost over the years. Put one final shout out: if anybody in this room has never gone to a welcome back ceremony at the Appleton Airport, and I'm not plugging it for myself, but you really need to go there and be part of that group welcoming those Old Glory Honor Flight people back. It's pretty emotional whether you know anybody on the plane or not. So it's 7:30 is the time they would like you there. 8:30 is about the time that we should be getting back. So I believe we're going to get there quick enough that the storm hitting us tonight is going to hit us while we're there. So I kind of wished we were headed the other way. So with that, I'm going to introduce our group that is here with us tonight. We have Shane Lear is going to be doing the flag folding, and Mark Messer will be the other part of the flag folding team. Pete Hennis will be playing the trumpet for taps, and Ben Olson and Javi are the ones that are going to be reading the 13 folds of the flag. So with that, flag detail at your command, proceed. Stay sitting so that you can see it properly.
The first fold of our flag is a symbol of life. The second fold signifies our belief in eternal life. The third fold is made in honor and tribute of the veterans departing our ranks, who gave a portion of his or her life for the defense of our country to attain peace. The fourth fold exemplifies our weaker nature as citizens trusting in God. It is to him we turn for his divine guidance. The fifth fold is an acknowledgement to our country. For in the words of Stephen Decor, our country, in dealing with other countries, may she always be right, but it is still our country, right or wrong. The sixth fold is where our hearts lie. It is with our hearts that we pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. The seventh fold is a tribute to our armed forces, for it is through the armed forces that we protect our country and our flag against all enemies. The eighth fold is a tribute to the one who entered into the valley of the shadow of death, that we might see the light of day, and to honor our mother, for whom it flies on Mother's Day. The ninth fold is an honor to womanhood, for it has been through their faith, love, and loyalty, and devotion that the character of men and women who have made this country great have been molded. The tenth fold is a tribute to the Father, for he too has given his sons and daughters for the defense of our country since he or she was first born. The 11th fold, in the eyes of Hebrew citizens, represents the lower portion of the seal of King of David and King Solomon, and glorifies, in their eyes, the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. The 12th fold, in the eyes of Christian citizens, represents an emblem of eternity and glorifies, in their eyes, the God the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. The last fold, when the flag is completely folded, the stars are uppermost, reminding us of our national motto, "In God We Trust."
Now if you'll all rise, please, for the invocation given by Karen Powers.
United States combat and non-combat deaths from 1775 to present total 1,354,664 military casualties, which include, besides combat, bombings, massacres, diseases, suicides, and murders. Creator, ruler, and judge of all nations, this Memorial Day, we remember before you with grateful hearts the men and women of our country who, in the day of decision, ventured much and gave all for the liberties we now enjoy. Our fallen military members at one point in his or her life wrote a blank check made payable to the United States of America for an amount up to and including his or her life. Grant that we may not rest until all the people of this land share the benefits of true freedom and gladly accept its disciplines. Amen.
Tonight, before we get started, I just want to remind you so the clerk can keep track of it. If you make a motion at any time, or if you second it, make sure and state your name or raise your hand so they get it, because they don't necessarily know them all. I don't exactly know all of your names yet, and it don't pick up on this new system that we have here, so like it used to. All right. Do I have a motion for this evening's agenda for adoption?
Second.
Motion made and seconded. Did you get who they were? It was made by Fari. Who seconded it? Seconded by. Got it? Oh, yeah, right here. You got it? All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed say nay. Carried. Next on the agenda is public comment. At this time, anyone that wishes to speak on anything for Winnebago County may speak. Would they have 2 minutes to go ahead and speak to on anything that involves, not just on the agenda? If you would like, just come up and be in the back there, go to the mic, state your name and address, and speak whatever you would like to speak about tonight. Is there anyone in the back that would like to speak? Anyone in the back wish to speak? Anyone in the back wish to speak? Anyone on Zoom? There's none on Zoom. That part's closed. Communications from County Clerk.
Good evening, everyone. The first is a thank you from Elias to Mr. Thomas Egan and the County Board. Thank you for selecting me to receive the Winnebago County Scholarship. As I applied for this scholarship, I found it very interesting to learn about the County Board and its functions. This scholarship is very helpful to me and in my college preparation, I am very grateful. I will plan to attend the meeting on the 21st. Thank you again, Elias Matias. We have one petition for zoning amendment that will be referred to the Planning and Zoning Committee from Eric Hoffman in the town of Algoma to rezone from A2 to R2. And then we have 4 commendations. A commendation for Kevin Farr. Kevin Farr came to the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office as a corrections deputy in March 1998. In September of the same year, Kevin completed training to become law enforcement certified. In 2008, Kevin joined the work release unit as a compliance deputy. In this role, Kevin monitored setup and released inmates assigned to electronic monitoring. He also supervised the inmate grounds crew, which managed all landscaping at the sheriff's office. In 2016, Kevin moved back to a deputy position within the jail. During this time, Kevin assisted with the field training program and was a supervising deputy for the STAR program. Kevin's compassionate service is both commendable and appreciated. Please join me in expressing our gratitude and best wishes as he enters retirement. A commendation for David Casper. David Casper came to the Winnebago County Sheriff's Office as a corrections deputy in April 1995. David was a field training officer for many years. He was an asset to the agency and many of the newly hired staff who worked under his mentoring. In December 2019, David transferred to a civilian position at the Welcome Center of the courthouse, where he finished his career with the Sheriff's Office as a welcoming face to all who entered the courthouse. David's service is both commendable and appreciated. Please join me in expressing our gratitude and best wishes as he enters retirement. A commendation for David Levine. Dave Levine began his career with the Winnebago County in 1982 as a county cartographer in the Planning and Zoning Office. In 1991, he became the database administrator for the newly formed Geographic Information System, GIS office. In 2012, Dave advanced again to the position of GIS specialist. In the 1980s and 1990s, Dave was instrumental in developing the county's first computer GIS mapping system, known as the WINGS project. As database administrator, Dave worked closely with other county departments and municipalities at the local, regional, and state levels to make the WINGS project a reality. Dave was a loyal and dedicated employee of the county for over 42 years and retired on April 2nd, 2024. He will be missed by his coworkers and the many friends he made in other county departments and local communities. Please join me in expressing our best wishes for Dave in his retirement. Then we have a commendation for Linda Moskal. Linda Moskal began her employment with Winnebago County on June 11, 1989. Throughout her 34 years of employment, Linda held multiple positions within the county, most recently as a child support specialist. Regardless of what position Linda was in, you could see that her passion for others and desire to be of service to the citizens of Winnebago County was among the best. Linda demonstrated high personal accountability and integrity in all she did. As she transitions into retirement, please join us in expressing deep gratitude for her dedication, compassion, and joy she brought to the office and to the citizens of Winnebago County Daily. And that's it.
Reports from committees, commissions, and boards. Do we have any reports this evening? Let's see. How do I get call on speaker? Let me get to your truck. Vice Chairman Fari.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Brief report, I did attend the WCA district meetings, that's Wisconsin Counties Association, on April 25. At that meeting, 2 delegates were approved by the members there for the board of directors, and 1 delegate was approved for the Wisconsin County Municipal Insurance Corporation. That person was from Calumet County, and that is for a 2-year term. Thank you.
Supervisor Powers.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Just a correction, that the Parks and Recreation Committee will be meeting the second Tuesday of every month at 8 a.m. Thank you.
Supervisor Hintz.
Mr. Chairman, while this isn't really a committee, commissioner, or board thing, I wanted to announce this to our membership. In our last session, we passed a significant amount of money, I believe it was $500,000 for the Damascus Road project, and they have since moved into my district at the old Ambassador Travel. And on Tuesday, June 4th, from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m., they will be having a free community class on human trafficking to enlighten people in the area, that's located at 1528 Oregon Street, for those of you who are interested. And I would encourage as many of you to go as possible, especially those of us who pass that money, so we can see where that money is going and what good work it's actually doing. Thank you.
Pardon? Do that again? Vice Chairman Fari.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I forgot to mention, I believe, and Cassie might confirm this, we have a legislative committee meeting June 3rd, 8:30 a.m. At the Coughlin Center. So all of those of you that are now chairman of your various committees, commissions, and boards, please attend. Thank you.
Do we have anyone on Zoom? County Executives Report. Yes. Well, I didn't see it up here, your name.
That's
and so on.
okay.
Go ahead.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. This is the first I'm hearing about the new meeting time from our chairperson of the Parks and Recreation Board. And I do believe a vote would need to be taken to make the meeting time official, since it is before 3:00 p.m. I would also like to request that if a meeting is canceled, I be notified. Thank you.
Okay, that'll be up to your board. County Executive and staff. Want to turn them on, Julie?
Good evening. The county executive was planning to be here, but his senior daughter and sophomore daughter made it to the next round of softball. Lourdes is playing Oakfield, and they anticipate they're not going to win, and it will be the last time his daughters play softball together. So they moved the time up for the storm, and so that's where he is today. The big operational update that he had was the storm. So starting this morning, our public works teams were meeting, as well as emergency management and other staff, to make sure our continuity of operations and continuity of operations and continuing of governance plans were refreshed. People took laptops home in case anything happens. And so if the storm is bad, either here or where we need to help assist, the teams are ready to do that. So if you have any needs in your district related to the storm, please call our office and we can help refer that. So if you have any questions related to the storm, or if an emergency declaration has to occur, or that process, call our office as a way to kind of liaise that, as opposed to calling Eric directly. If it's an emergency, call the sheriff's office. But if it's a response to power outages, things like that, that's not an emergency, and you have questions on how it works as a new member, just let us know and we'll get you in touch with Eric. That is our operational update, other than the county executive supports everything on the agenda today. He had no comments on agenda items. So then we have our appointments. So last month, it was questioned the terms of the Board of Health. We checked the county code, and since the merger or the acquisition of the Neenah Public Health and the Oshkosh Public Health, we weren't enforcing the terms correctly for the last 10 years. They should have been expiring April 30 of the even year. They had been expiring July 1 of the even year. And so the county executive felt most appropriate to reappoint with the correct term in county code. The other thing you should be aware of is on Friday, the Board of Health will be taking up a conversation on some challenges with the Board of Health code as it relates to membership. Mary Ann and I and Doug and the county executive have been reviewing for compliance of statute. Their statutes have changed in the last decade related to the Board of Health. And so there's going to be some technical fixes that get us compliant with staggered terms, and then the doctor and the physician and the nurse requirement. We're also going to request the board change the geographical diversity as well. So the Board of Health will take that up to make it easier for us to comply with the statute. So for the Board of Health, the appointments are the same, with the exception that there is going to be a county board vacancy. Under code, there are 4 who must reside in Oshkosh, 2 who must reside in Neenah, and 3 who reside in the service area. There will be a vacancy, and it will be a county board member from the city of Neenah after tonight. That appointment will be made if there's any changes to geographic diversity. So Supervisors Harrison, Belleville, Stafford, and Schellinger to a term ending April 30th, 2026. Kay Haran, a registered nurse from Neenah, and Dr. Denise Pren of Oshkosh to a term ending April 30, 2026. And reappointments of citizen members Kim Maloof of Oshkosh and Toby Vanden Heuvel of the town of Oshkosh to terms ending April 30 of 2026.
Do we have a motion to accept them? John Hintz, who seconded that? Nate seconded it. Motion has been made and seconded. Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed say nay. Nay. 1 nay.
Abstain.
And 1 abstention. Abstention. You got them both? Cook. And she abstained. Okay. All right. We have 2 supervisors that have notified me that they weren't going to be here tonight, and that is Andy Buck and Mary Beth Gabbert. And I do ask, he's not a supervisor anymore, but I ask you to keep in your own thoughts or ways Dave Albrecht. He was a past supervisor, and he's gone into rehab now. We just heard this last week. He was in the hospital and was in rehab, so, pardon? Hospice, I'm sorry, hospice. So, the county board tour yesterday went quite well. The 18 of you that went, I think enjoyed it, other than, I don't know what, I'm going to let each one of you make up your mind on the lunch, but it wasn't quite what I expected, but anyways, it was nice that we got to go to the places that we did. I thought that we had really a lot of good questions, a lot of good answers were given to us and everything, and we had a good tour for those of you that went. So some that couldn't be with us all the time followed, or if they had medical reasons or, family reasons, so some had left early or whatever. So, but otherwise, I thank you all for going on that. Hopefully you all enjoyed or appreciated what we did for Memorial Day tonight. I thought it was something different. We always did something on Veterans Day, and I thought, well, maybe we should do something for those that have gone. So hopefully that was good, and I was glad. Thank you, Doug, for doing that. At this time, I'll go in front, and I will be giving out scholarships as the clerk is reading off the names.
Okay, at this time, I ask the winners of the Winnebago County Scholarship Program to please step forward and come up along the side wall here. In 2004, the Winnebago County Board established a scholarship program for students showing interest in county government. Each interested student is required to submit an essay on what elected county office they would be interested in running for and why. This year, we had 40 applicants. A team at UW Oshkosh evaluated the qualifying essays, and the top 9 essay scores will receive a $2,000 scholarship for continuing education. Each recipient will receive the first installment of $1,000 tonight, and the second installment of $1,000 will be awarded upon submission of a 2.5 grade point average or better, reported to the county clerk's office at the conclusion of their first semester of higher education. The Winnebago County Board is proud to present the following students with this year's scholarships. We have, and I don't remember your names, but I'll read them in the order that I have them on my list. So we have Elias Matias from Bridges Virtual Academy. And if you want to,
Hello, I'm Elias Matias. I'm planning to attend Wisconsin Lutheran College in Milwaukee to study nursing, and I thank you very much for your scholarship. This helps me out a lot, and I'm looking forward to college. Thank you again.
okay, our second one is Ailish Maines from Lourdes, and she was not able to attend tonight. The next one is Nathan Marine.
My name is Nathan Marine. Thank you all for having me, and thank you for this scholarship. It's going to help a lot with college coming up here pretty soon in the fall. Thank you again.
Where are you going?
Oh, Minnesota State Mankato.
Next is Leah Serwinski.
Hi, my name is Leah Serwinski. I am planning to attend UW Oshkosh to study law in my future. So thank you so much for this opportunity and the scholarship as well.
We have Madison Nestorick.
Hi, my name is Madison, and I'm going to be studying actuarial science at Eau Claire next year, and I thank you guys for the opportunity and the scholarship.
Evan Lutz.
Hello, my name is Evan Lutz. I would like to thank you all very much for awarding me with the scholarship. I greatly appreciate it. I intend to study at Liberty University in Lynchburg, Virginia this fall. I do not yet know what I plan to study. I'm considering things like aviation or law, but either way, I appreciate the help that you're willing to give me, and thank you all for your service on the county board.
Chloe Miller.
Hello, my name is Chloe Miller. I will be staying here at UW Oshkosh, and I plan on getting a degree in human resources through their honors program. I just wanted to thank all of you for this opportunity, and it will benefit me greatly in college. Thank you.
Devin Stewart.
Hello, I'm Devin Stewart, and I will be going to UW Oshkosh for studying film and TV, and thank you for this opportunity and the scholarship.
And Alex Varick.
Hello, I'm Alex Varich. Next year I plan on attending UW-Madison for engineering, and I'm very appreciative for this opportunity for a scholarship, and it will greatly help. Thank you.
Let's give them all another nice round of applause. Thank you. Okay, at this time, we'll move right into our consent calendar, and I want to remind you again that this is all put in here. Anyone that wishes to have anything pulled out can do so until it's approved. Once it's approved, that's where it stays. So if no one else has anything? Let's see if I can get you here. Yes.
Yeah, I would like to abstain myself from item number 14 due to potential conflict of interest.
You're just abstaining yourself from that one then?
Correct.
Okay, so that hasn't been pulled, he's just abstaining himself.
Correct. Thank you.
Let's get it. There you go. And then call speakers. Motion's made and seconded to approve the consent agenda. Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed say nay. Carried. Did you get the first and second, Julie? Okay. Okay, next is business items, resolutions, and ordinance. The first one is authorizing the Winnebago County Self-Funded Workers' Compensation and Insurance Program. That would be, who is that? Morris. Supervisor Cox. He needs his thing turned on.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to move to approve the resolution 805, 2024, reauthorizing the Winnebago County Self-Funded Workers' Compensation Insurance Program. That was a 5-0 vote from Personnel and Finance.
Motion, and we have a second from Mr. Hanson. Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Not seeing or hearing any. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Carried. Approved values on and ream of tax deed properties. Supervisor Cox.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I'd like to move to approve the resolution 905, 2024 for approval of the values on the in-rem tax deeded property. That was a 5-0 vote from the Personnel and Finance Committee.
Motion made and seconded by Supervisor Holt. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed say nay. Carried. Item 3, authorize the acceptance of an additional $60,559 comprehensive opioid stimulant and subsequent use program, COSUP grant for the Sheriff's Office Medication Assistant Treatment, MAT, pod that the houses the Sobriety Treatment Assistance Recovery STAR program. Supervisor Wise.
Thank you, Chair Egan. It's my honor to bring this resolution number 10 to the board this evening. The originator that researched this had his name missing from this document, number 10. Because of this, I would like to yield the remainder of my time to allow the originator, Supervisor Hanson, to introduce this resolution.
Supervisor Hanson?
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to adopt Resolution 01005-2024 for the 60,559 comprehensive opioid stimulant, et cetera.
And it's seconded by Supervisor, is that a second? Seconded by Supervisor Nussbaum. Any discussion? Supervisor Wise needed light back
Egan, as I spoke earlier on this, I would like to make a amendment to this to add Supervisor Hanson's name to the respectfully submitted by. He was actually the originator, and it is not on this, and I would like to ask that as a friendly amendment. I don't know if I can do that or not.
You can just make that a friendly amendment to add his name onto it.
Thank you.
Any other discussion? Any other discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Those opposed say nay. One nay. Who said nay? Nay. Number 4, requesting the county executive to include $120,000 in the 2025 county budget from the National Opioid Abatement Settlement Fund to continue the Sheriff Office program contracting with Solution Recovery Incorporated. Supervisor Wise.
Super Hanson.
Supervisor Hanson.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. I move to adopt Resolution 1105-2024. Request the county executive to include $120,000 in the 2025 county budget from the National Opioid Abatement Settlement Fund to continue the Sheriff's Office program contracting with Solutions Recovery Incorporated.
And that's seconded by Supervisor Stafford. Any discussion? Any discussion? Any discussion? Not hearing any. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Oppose? Nay. Who voted nay? That's right there. Okay. We are open for adjournment before the storm, so. Motion made and seconded adjourn. All those in favor signify by saying aye. Aye. Opposed? Go home where it's safe.